All right, so now we're filtering over here. And this is what I'm going to, at the end of the process, I'm going to be straining this thing right here. It's a piece of it's actually a piece of a cover for a sleeping bag. It worked really well. Like one of those nylon covers. It works perfect because what I can do is, what happens is it starts to get clogged up. And what I found is when you don't clear it out and you just deal with the long process and you wait till the very end, then you get a much better return. Because every time you squeeze it, you squeeze out some of that hash too. So what I can do is I take it and I kind of bump it like this, and you can see all the hash. It's all hash in there. And what happens when I bump it, now you can kind of hear it. It's starting to drip a little bit in there. What happens when I bump it is it moves all that hash down and off and jumbles it around. So it can continue to drain out the water. I'm telling you, I've done this multiple times, and I'm getting better and better at it every time. So that's why, if you look at the bottom of this thing right here, that's all hash. It's all settling to the bottom. That's what it'll do. What I do is, as I pour this out, this one, I'm going to come to a point where it's just that down at the bottom. And then I'm just going to take that and put it over in the sun, like I've done with this one over here. Put it out in the sun, and all that stuff in there, there's a little bit of sediment in that one, but it's not my best hash anyways. All that stuff in there, it'll dry out, evaporate off, and all I'll be left with is just straight hash. The last thing I want to show you is I use this thing to strain, and I also use this little tiny coffee strainer to strain. I use these after I've gone through the regular strainer. So I have to get all the little tiny sediments, because again, the more you get out, the better off you are. Anyhow, that's where I'm at. This is an all-day process, so the next time you hear from me will be when I'm getting my last bit out of here and squeezing it, and I'll make a video of how I squeeze it and show you what my return is for the day. Like I said, this is my return off of the first run I did, and I used just about the same amount of weed, so we'll see what I get.